guys, back with another deck profile from the weekend, and this is a first place OTS championship actually in Latin America, in Bagé, Brazil, pirated by Pedro Schmitt. And yeah, he sends me a pretty extensive tournament report, so have a look at the build, let me know what you think down below if you're not interested. Otherwise, let's jump into it. So just went undefeated with his very first event. I mained Flash Knights, so my painful decision didn't die as often as happened in testing. I changed the two Kirins lost to Solemns to give a bit more defense to the deck. Obviously trying to go first with it. Eccentric did most of the heavy lifting for the deck, and the Typhoons in the main were okay. Not much to talk about the building of the deck, really. The matchups were round 1 Mermels, 2-0, he won the dice roll. Let me go first. Game 1, a bit of defense with Dynastar and Kirin. His opening hand was kind of bad. Turn 3 OTK. Second game, he had a good board, but opened with Fusion and Abductor and Terra, and proceeded to sweep. Round 2, Shiranway 2-1. Went first game 1, built a field with 38 Vortex, Strike, Veiler in hand. Tried to bait a few things, but it really wasn't enough. Game 2, he went first, and I lost pretty quickly. The only Pendulum summon I did make went straight into Pendulum Hole, so I scooped. Game 3 he sided pretty heavily, and he bricked. Played normal summon, beat down, and won. Round 3 Blue Eyes Felgrand 2-0'd, went first. Opening wasn't the best. In turn 3 he art braved my scales and Felgrand and my Dynastar, drew the Fusion and sat in Vortex his ass for about 3 turns and won. Game 2 he just dropped the Felgrand, first turn OTK'd him with Ignister and stuff. Round 4, Domain Monarchs. I went first game 1, build the board, he didn't try to break it. Game 2 he locked me, I had no outs in hand, so I scooped. Game 3 he bricked and I won easily. It was pretty funny that Monarchs are still trying to play. Round 5, Dracopals. I 2-1, won the dice roll, so pretty much whoever started won. Top 8 was Madoch. I won the dice roll yet again, fortunate enough to open yet another good hand. I draw my strikes and stuff with Lizard, draw and Turtle. Turn 3 he just won. Game 2 he started, set up a field with Rafflesia and some traps. I drew Eccentric, killed his Rafflesia, went Vortex, and sat with him. He tried to Brilliant, and I negated it with Vortex and had few resources, and managed to beat him within the next 2 turns. Top 4 was Klee Magspectre Meadowfoes. That's basically just Meadowfoes with like Scout, Monolith, and like Bumbuku and Kirins, I think. That's about it. But yeah, anyway, I won the dice roll. It didn't open very strong. He had Gofu from Ultimaya, made Ignister, which breaks my board, and from there proceeded to win the game. Game 2 I opened with Strike, so he Pendulum 4 and I won next turn. Game 3 he had Infinity, 2 counters, Ogama with Tempest, and my opening hand was a Kaiju, Eccentric, 2 Abductors, Terraforming, a Flash Knight. It was pretty nice. I managed to kill the board and he couldn't do nothing in the following turn. And the final was Blue Eyes. Game 1 I got Soul Charged to death. Game 2 he bricked. Game 3 he bricked. That's yeah, apparently it was very underwhelming finals. So that's Blue Eyes putting in work, obviously. But yeah, this has been your tournament report, guys. Pretty big shout out to this guy as well for emailing me. This was really nice. As future reference, if you want to send deck profiles, you have to make sure that you send me the DevPro or YGO Pro file, so I can just import it into DevPro. Because I'm not going to deal with writing up deck lists. I get sent a lot of deck lists. I'm not going to write them all up. I just don't have the time for that. And yeah, a tournament report like this is good, but a little bit of theory on the deck is probably a little bit better than the actual results, to be honest. But yeah, that's about it, really. Thanks everyone for watching this far and stuff is pretty cool. This has been your Dracopal list. It's apparently still a thing, so thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.